Item 12, Resolutions and Special Recognitions. A, resolution recognizing the 2021 Senior Volunteer Hall of Fame inductees. Ms. Ashley.
Chairman Holland, members of the board, Dr. Casey, it's a pleasure to be here this evening on behalf of the Chesterfield County Office of Aging and Disability Services and the Council of Aging to highlight the 2021 Chesterfield Senior Volunteer Hall of Fame ceremony that was virtually held on May 13th in honor of Older Americans Month. We received 19 nominations for the Senior Volunteer Hall of Fame, and these nominees volunteered 40,000 hours to their communities since attaining the age of 60. Collectively, the volunteer efforts of our nominees help to transform lives, build social connectedness, and strengthen bonds to help create resilient communities within Chesterfield County. It is the ongoing commitment of our volunteers that create impactful and thriving communities to make Chesterfield a great place to live, work, play, and age well. It's my honor to present to you for your recognition the 3 individuals who are inducted to this year's 39th Annual Chesterfield Senior Volunteer Hall of Fame. Tonight with us, we have Dr. Michael Hanley, Ms. Sally Loth, and Mr. David Van Aken. We ask these 3 individuals to come up to the front to be recognized.
Welcome. So glad to see you and for the wonderful service you provided for the many, many years. Ms. Haley.
Yes, you all, this is the first time we can come back up to the podium, so please.
All right. Excellent, Ms. Haley.
All right, are we good? Thank you for joining us. I'm going to ask Madam Clerk to read the resolution.
Whereas volunteering is a powerful force for the solution of human problems and the creative use of human resources is essential to a healthy, productive, and humane society. And whereas our nation's heritage is based on citizen involvement and citizen participation, and volunteerism is of enormous benefit in building a better community and a better sense of one's own well-being. And whereas the active involvement of citizens is needed today more than ever to combat growing human and social problems, to renew our belief that these problems can be solved, and to strengthen our sense of community. And whereas volunteering offers all, young and old, the opportunity to participate in the life of their community and to link their talents and resources to address some of the major issues facing our counties, such as education, hunger, the needs of youths, and the needs of our elderly. And whereas agencies that benefit from volunteers should show their appreciation and recognition to the many volunteers who possess numerous skills and talents, which they generously and enthusiastically apply to a variety of community tasks, and encourage others to participate in programs as volunteers. And whereas 19 adults in Chesterfield County age 60 plus have donated 40,000 hours of volunteer service since they have attained the age of 60 and were nominated for the Chesterfield Senior Volunteer Hall of Fame. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Chesterfield County Board of Supervisors, this 26th day of May 2021, publicly recognizes Dr. Michael R. Hanley, Ms. Sally Loth, and Mr. David Van Aken, who were selected among the 19 and were inducted into the Chesterfield Senior Volunteer Hall of Fame on May 13, 2021, and expresses appreciation to these dedicated volunteers who contribute immeasurably to various programs throughout the area to strengthen our county and build bridges to the future. And be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be presented to Dr. Hanley, Ms. Loth, and Mr. Van Aken, and this resolution be permanently recorded among the papers of this Board of Supervisors of Chesterfield County, Virginia.
Do I have a motion?
So move.
All in favor? Aye. Well, Mr. Engel, you and I get to be the folks up here because these folks come from our districts. So we thank you so very much. I have to say that I wasn't able to participate in the virtual meeting to say thank you personally, but you know, it's truly amazing when you think about this. 40,000 hours from 19 volunteers. I mean, you know, really, you folks are really such an integral part of our community. I mean, this is what, and we hear our whole board always talk about, you know, excellence in the community and everything we do, but I mean, we could not be Chesterfield if we didn't have folks that gave back in the way that you gave back and the way that you folks have continued to give back. So I'm going to ask and pass this to Mr. Engel to make comments, and then we'd love to hear from each of you just, you know, anything you'd like to offer regarding, you know, your experience and what's most special to you about Chesterfield.
First, I'd like to say thank you that 2 of you came from my district. Give me the opportunity to come up and say thank you in person. I don't know how you do it. You've put in really a full-time job in a time when many people will retire and go on to spend time with their family and friends. And I hope you do some of that. But I don't know how you do, because the number of hours that you're putting in to volunteer for our citizens is remarkable. And I just thank you for your efforts. Thank you so much.
I don't know what to say. I'm Dave Van Aken. I lead senior home services out of Aging and Disability Services office. The need is out there to help low-income seniors and residents with disabilities. If you're interested, board, in volunteering, give me a call. I have work.
That's right. You don't have to wait till you retire to volunteer. I retired from Chalkley Elementary School. I taught for 31 years, most of it in Chesterfield County, and decided to go back to volunteer at Chalkley. Our church has a ministry there that I am now the head of, and we provide lots of services to the school. And I try to do anything that's related to children, from the NICU infants at MCV or VCU, all the way to some homeless high school students that we work with through my church. So those are the areas that I feel most comfortable, and just like to give a helping hand wherever and whenever I can.
Right. I thought this award was for elderly volunteers. I don't see any up here. What? Yeah. Yeah. And really, this award probably should be given to those bookmobile ladies. Where? Well, I've been at the Lucy Core Dental Clinic for 20 years or so. Reading my bio, that's what it said. But we treat the people you were talking about, some of the underserved, low income, and we managed to get a few other dentists in there as well. So I love it. When you're treating some of these people, I mean, you get your rewards. Most volunteers aren't looking to be recognized. So thank you, Chesterfield County. I mean, that's a really good thing that you do. So anyway, we'll keep doing it, and hopefully many of you will join in and help as well.
Well, thank you, and thank you all for what you're doing, because again, what the difference it's making in this community is significant. So, and it certainly seems like it's making a difference to each of you as well. So we thank you so much.